And you start finding different elements because you can't always do one thing.
Yeah.
You know, now I do voiceover work as well.
Okay.
And then you guys know the One show, Mas.
We do, yes.
I'm also part of the voice.
Shout out
artists
to
for
the
one.
Street Carnival.
Carnival for that, yeah.
Yeah. When I saw it, I only seen it, that gig. Verb now.
It's a verb now.
Yeah.
What is somebody seen it too?
I only seen it, that gig, bro.
It's night to live. It's night to live. It's night to live. It's night to live.
We need to remove
1, 2, what? That's more like it. Let's do this.
how we go. We are killing. Oh, we are killing.
I think we must record that song.
Oh,
Like
we
get a
are
choir.
killing.
You know, like how ANC
Oh,
records.
we are killing again.
You know how ANC just before a rally,
Yeah.
they'll go record a CD.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think we must do
Because
that.
of a night to life city,
Yeah,
we
season.
are
Yeah,
killing.
we are killing the.
But we're the only people who enjoy that song.
It's fine. We make the messaging. Remember, we're trying to spread.
We're trying
to spread our message, our positive message to the kids.
that we're killing the game.
Killing the game. Dead.
You see,
Audio good?
my audio is fantastic.
Audio good?
Yes, sir.
Audio is great.
So we're great and ready. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 9 to Life. Thank you for being with us through our Women's Month series where we interviewed some very accomplished, amazing women.
And gorgeous.
And gorgeous.
I think that, yeah, we can't skip that one. I think we have to mention it.
We have to. My name is Bonisile Mkiti.
My name is Lesejo Muela.
And today we have Mduduzi Mahlangu, photographer, primarily.
Amongst other
things.
ETC.
Yeah.
Can I introduce myself properly?
Introduce yourself.
All right.
Yo, what's good? If you don't already know, this is them two know the Fresh Prince at the 1632. Get a cheese boy, young man. Tembisa represent all day. Kuala ngeskapay. Yo, bangani yo.
I wish we had an audience thing now. So that after that, it can't just be quiet after all of that, right? We don't have like a applause. What do they call it? What do they call it? You would know. That applause meter. What is it? The thing that they press at sitcoms, man.
Oh,
That
yes,
one.
yes.
Yes, that one.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I don't know,
Okay.
but I haven't
That-
worked on sitcoms yet.
Oh, yet. It's coming.
Oh, we are Papa, but I'm so happy to have you. I'm so happy to have you. Finally, 3 Tembisa boys.
Yes, this is the first time it's been 3 guys.
Yeah.
Barokas.
I'm a shit as a Tembisa. My dog.
Ngizokhipha iphiri vandag. So keep iphiri. I know y'all.
You know, we do know each other, but I think we
Known
met
each other for over 10 years.
for over 10 years. No? Yeah, but I think
we met at different places, different
Yeah.
times.
Different times in our lives, actually.
and we had already decided what we wanted to do with our lives. So I'm not really that interested in that do. But could you maybe take us to them do I didn't meet? Who you were growing up, what that was like, what was the setup? You know, we know Kulele Tembisa, but can you maybe just give us more of that?
Yeah, man. I mean, the name Mduduzi Mahlangu. Born, bred in Tembisa, man. You know, all day.
Thank you, my
1632.
Bluetooth.
Danko. 1632.
Yes.
And
30.
I think, man, growing up ordinary, like I had what do they call them? Nuclear family.
Okay.
I primarily pay attention, me.
Yeah.
Was a small family, mother, father, my little brother, and myself.
Okay.
You know, I have one sibling, you know.
Okay.
Wait, is it nuclear? Even if like the other sibling is like if it's 2 sons.
Now ask the man that was listening in primary. I don't know.
Is it nuclear?
Why are you clarifying?
Okay, sorry.
Are you not trusting what I just
I
told you?
thought for going to be
Talk
nuclear,
about my life,
it
bro.
needs to be a daughter and a
No,
son.
my G. this-
No, I think nuclear is
Is it
both
number?
parents. No?
No, it's a small family. Nuclear, yes, like two parents,
Yeah.
2 kids.
Oh,
okay.
So the gender doesn't matter.
No,
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
don't be sexist. So, Mom, dad, brother, myself, growing up too. I think my earliest memories of my childhood was backroom vibes.
Okay.
Like my parents are young parents. They just rented out. I was born 3 years before they got married, so I'm the bastard.
Okay.
With the young imagine like say fat and said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. After they
Now
got
it's normal.
married, it's normal. I went to primary school at St. Gemma.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then
Only the Tembisans will know.
only the Tembisans will understand. Yes. All them short hair girls, but they become paying in high school though.
The St. Gemma girls. Yo.
So we're gonna be deviating a lot today.
No, it's fine. We'll keep it on track. Don't know.
And then from there, from primary school, man, I think, yeah, man, I won't even go deep into primary. The only highlight of my primary school was like I was freaking genius.
Okay.
Yeah, Science Olympiad.
Uh-huh.
What in the country.
Really?
At 7, I was a head boy.
Oh yeah.
Those kids, I want to pay High school, Tembisa Secondary School.
Okay.
Tembisa High.
Tembisa High.
High, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Because I was
Great.
asking myself, which one is secondary?
Secondary school.
No, now
Hello,
it's not even Tembisa Secondary School anymore.
It used to be Tembisa Secondary School.
It is Tembisa Secondary School. The Tembisa High School is like, okay, it started off as Tembisa High School.
Okay.
And then it became Tembisa Secondary School.
When?
From 90-something.
Really?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And then
I've always known it as Tembisa High.
And then there was, now it's called Tembisa School of Hospitality, Entrepreneurship, blah, 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 blah.
I get
It is a known fact.
Program, like the Department of Education, where there's certain schools specializing.
Yes, it's a specialist school now.
Okay.
Yes.
So everyone from
didn't know
Tembisa is going to be a
Hospitality specialist.
Yes, bro. And we like the hospitality industry. A lot of people who work in the hospitality industry are from Tembisa, funny enough.
Okay. I had no idea.
So it's planning about though.
I remember that thing. I just forgot about it because I thought it was just a press fluff. And
No. It's actually happening.
It's like how Rosefield is like is it SAA or something? They do something with the airport.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's a technical
it's a
high
technical
school.
school, yes.
So they had like a program for, I don't know if it's aircraft mechanics.
I've heard about that program as well,
Yeah.
actually.
And technically Rosefield is in Tembisa, so we are claiming it. That's Tembisa. Tembisa extension.
Yeah, no.
Tembisa extension.
Actually,
Because 99.9% of the students in that school are from Tembisa. So
Wofunda point.
I think yeah.
Wofunda.
I think, yeah.
Wona baby basethembisa bageleza nawe wena.
yo.
I was keleze tawa clear.
Yes.
And yeah, that's
Tawa
where
Clean's also
Labo
Tembisa.
baby. It's
Is it Tembisa?
Yeah,
though?
it's also
Yeah,
Tembisa,
no, but
yeah.
it's also Alex.
Alex.
Though. Yeah, it's
Oh,
also
yeah,
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, it's also Alex.
Yeah, it's like the mixture of both.
Yeah.
And then your first camera. Well, wait, no. When you first loved, like when did you first find out that you liked photography? Where did that come to you? Because you're the first young photographer that I know. Like, we had our cameraman in the hood walking around taking.
There was also
family
X.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
X.
if you're from the hood, you know X.
I bumped into
Township
X
boy.
actually. Yes, Township Boy. Yeah, I bumped into X 2 days ago actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he still doing his thing?
Yeah. But now, you know what I've realized with a lot of photographers, like they've evolved from just photography is always an entry point, more especially into media.
Because I know X was doing movies as well, ne?
Exactly.
Short films and stuff.
So we all everybody goes in through
starts with
photography, because then it opens up, But the photography only happened way after high school.
Okay.
The high school is where the dancing started.
Yes.
Or you would
because that's the myth that I met.
Okay.
The myth that I know as a dancer. I didn't know. They don't too much ever. That's the myth that I met.
So the fact that people don't even know what people call me meth. Nah?
Really?
And I know that, Joe, I can tell you now, anyone I've met from, let's say 2021 uppers does not call me meth. I've never introduced myself as meth.
myth. Oh.
If you call me meth, I know you know me.
Yeah.
You know, now it's just fana nikamele tiski. You know. So there's certain people that call you that. But it started off with the dancing, you know. That's when the dancing introduced us to the hip hop circle. That's when I started meeting you, because you were part of you were making beats as well. With the Slanganima forefront. So now hip hop was just basically like what I went into, because I was playing basketball as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a good basketball player, man.
Was it basketball, Kasi?
Yeah, go Tembisa High.
Oh, okay.
All the kids that twanged. They got those that twanged who used to wear rags.
The Shama Trimac, because it's like the closest thing to a hoodie.
Oh, so you're with
Yes.
With
We were that era. Yabo. So now, from there, that's when the dancing happened. We brought together a crew, the crew you know with the white mask,
With the white mask.
crew.
Yeah.
That's my boys. That's the guys that used to hang out, Emetic.
Emetic crew, yeah.
I should know the name.
You don't remember
Because
the white
I don't know him from his dancing phase. But I know
Because
the
we were wearing
name.
a white mask.
Well, but
Because
no,
we
yeah,
performed,
no.
we actually performed in your church a couple of times.
Really?
Mm.
Oh, because I used to rap in the church. I used to do Christian rap. Yeah.
What?
I used to do Christian rap.
I told you, Guti Fanda, Sikipa Ama file.
Yo, the devil, that motherfucker.
That was that era. So while he was doing that, but he was into some crazy shit, bro. Like,
Crazy.
I don't even know how I met you. I'll remember, but I don't even remember how I met you, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So that was when the dancing thing happened, and it just we danced for a while.
For a while.
Yeah, for a while, bro. You know, and we pretty much like did everything we wanted to do through dance. You know, we brought ourselves together, we managed ourselves. But now another crazy thing is the fact that dance is also a very crazy entry point into media. You know, so I'm in showbiz essentially.
So you're basically like Queen Twerk.
Queen Twerk.
You are like the male Queen Twerk. So you started with dance, and then now you're in.
You know what Queen
media.
Twerk of Faith and Gates, right?
Yes. So that's why I say you're like the male Queen Twerk. So
I don't know how to take that, bro. I could say yes, but it's Bonisile, bro.
Yo, crazy. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Anywho, I'm not gonna take that.
I'm just saying, think about it.
Oh yeah, but I could marry rich, dog.
Yeah, but you could do that.
Nah.
Yeah.
So you're starting to embrace this thing now.
Yeah, he's the male Queen Twerk.
I'm not too bad looking. I can dance.
Just think about it.
I'm interesting.
All you need now is a video, Jay. A video.
Training something.
Video. Just a video of himself.
Leaking something with someone important.
That's all you need. Just the video, and then you are there.
You don't plan such
We are a career podcast. I hate having to remind you guys of that.
Okay.
Was it not a career for her?
We are a career podcast.
Okay, so yes, you are dancing, and you guys went everywhere. You weren't just dancing at the hip hop shows.
Yes. So it was dancing at the hip hop shows. We started dancing in clubs at some point.
Okay.
We did a couple of TV appearances, and then from there, now there's growing up. You know, because this was throughout high school.
Yeah.
You know. Now people need to varsity it out, you know?
Responsibilities now are starting.
You know what I'm saying? And Manje, when that happens, it's a matter of somebody, like what you needs you to be in school, bro. You know? And then now, we were a small dance crew, so keeping that together was tricky because everybody brought a certain element to the crew. You know? After that, I joined a different dance crew. was like a dance academy type vibe, where I learned sport, spanzola. Then I started diversifying from hip hop.
Okay, that's when you became
other
Majaiva.
dancers. Yeah, then that's when the being a Majaiva came in, That's why I like this Panzola vibe and the Panzola looks.
Look, yes.
Because it's now understanding that culture and embracing it, basically. Ne? Through that's when I started traveling countries, man. Scotland, being able to go to Tanzania, Kenya, that type of vibe. There was a lot of traveling through dance. That's when, now as we're there, you do a lot of music video shoots, You do. I reposted a picture of me and OK Malum Cookhead like a couple of days ago.
I saw that, yeah.
And when I saw that was shot 10 years ago. That was my first music video shoot where I was shooting behind the scenes with my camera.
You were the one that was shooting.
I was shooting the behind the scenes.
Oh, you
were
shooting the BTS, okay. Okay.
So I was shooting BTS of like.
Which video was it?
The very Nice Shandies. Nice Shandies Wagalan. Nice Shandies Wagalan. You're laying to Cookhead like that? Cool.
No, that must have been before the work. Was that after December? Or before?
It was after. No, it was before.
It was before. Because I knew him from December.
Yes. Anyway, okay, yeah. That track made him blow up, actually.
December was the one.
So from there, that's when I started figuring out, it's okay, actually, I want to get into this media thing, I want to go deep within. Started being a production assistant quite a lot. Excuse me. That's when I worked on The Hustle.
Okay. What does a production assistant do?
So a production assistant, you are basically the extra hands on set.
Okay.
You are assisting the whole production, So you are the kid who gets sent, fill the cooler boxes, make sure the set is clean, make sure whatever anyone needs. You are the coffee kid,
Executive ice boy.
Yo, I'm finna like, why you keep degrading me like this, my brother?
There's a lot of violence.
Oh, dog. like
now it's Faith Casey, now it's Ice Boy.
Okay, my
brother, it's a career podcast.
Please, order, comrade.
Okay, sure. I think we need a production assistant on 929.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And we should have t-shirts that say, this is a career podcast. I think those would be so dope.
I think that's the new tagline.
Yeah, it's the career
podcast. So now, as a production assistant, you basically assist everyone.
But that's fantastic because you get to learn about everything.
Yeah. Exactly. That's when you learn which part of production you fit into.
Okay. So you know what the parts are and which one you are more inclined.
Which one you gravitate towards, So on season 1, the crazy thing is, the plug that I got was from a dude we knew when we were shooting something with Red Bull. We were shooting a documentary with the Dance Academy I was part of.
Ooh, okay.
And funny enough, that Red Bull Association, Mashudu's first video podcast, his collaboration with Red Bull Amapigo. My brother and I shot that.
So that's Mashudu Mudau, the one who was a guest, episode 9 or 10.
Somewhere there. Okay.
Yeah. So
check the episode.
Yeah, because when I watched it and I'm like, oh snap. Like I remember when he was saying, yo guys, this is the first time I shoot like my podcast in video.
Wow.
And like it was, I'll show you all the video.
Yeah, please do.
So
also share it if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah. It's
fantastic.
available.
We'll put a link to the video.
So like that's when we started really going into production. And then we're like, okay, Sharp, so this is what it takes to shoot something, to shoot a production, So after I bought my first camera, here's my varsity situation. Here's my college situation. I'm one of those college dropouts, but I feel like it was inevitable.
Okay.
I gave it my all.
Were you studying? What were you studying?
I was studying media.
Okay, explain.
Studying journalism.
Journalism,
my brother.
Words.
I write as well.
Okay.
Like I write. So but for me, the writing is like one of those instinctive things. Like, okay, it's not something you would prioritize like that, Okay. But funny enough, writing has put food on the table quite a couple of times, So when I was in college, I was studying media and journalism, And then they're like, okay, it's nice. First year, they're teaching us. Then they're like, yo, you need to do projects, you need to shoot. I'm like, I don't have a camera. After I got a camera, I was barely ever in class, my man.
The camera took you away from journalism.
Bro. Because, you know what's crazy? They're like,
No,
you guys
a picture paints 1,000 words. So
they say you guys must go, intern. You guys must go out there. You must push in media if you want to. You need to be working. Now, why are we in class then? You know? So now you start walking into a place. The moment you walk in, you're like, I'm a media student anywhere. They listen to you, you know? Okay. So I would walk in and then snini, you get a couple of gigs. And then that's when I started getting into events, you know?
Okay.
Remember when I started shooting events? A lot of points. I shot your party.
Yeah, you did.
You know?
Which one?
Yo. Was it the one at Scott?
Yes.
You shot it?
Scott Paul, yes.
Oh.
It's got a few videos.
I don't. Where's the material?
You know photographers, but we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Like, where are my
I'm still
videos?
editing.
I'm still editing. Man.
He got his pictures.
The party was in 2014. He's still editing.
You got your pictures, bro. I don't
And
know
I was
what
looking
you
at
did.
the poster for that party the other day.
Really?
Crazy.
I did the poster. You know that?
Did you?
I did the poster.
Okay. Oh yes, obviously you were Rioxin. Rioxin was in full effect.
I was doing it myself, and I'm horrible with Photoshop.
Is it?
Yeah, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, for that time,
not
there was
bad.
a dope poster.
If Wing It was a person,
Yeah.
if Winging It was a person,
Yeah.
nah, bro. The king of Wing Sia Foster. Sia Foster, bro. He still can't tell me what Rioxin did. And Rioxin was my client for a while.
We're gonna get.
Like, let's go.
Have we
Let's
passed
go.
Rioxin on the journey? No, we haven't.
No, we haven't got it.
No, yeah, we're still going. There was when I was getting into events, you know, and then he asked me to shoot his party, and then I started shooting a couple of other events.
Okay.
And then promoters started not paying photographers like
Yeah.
anymore. Kabonora, you know.
And I remember 2014 was when this thing of shooting events started.
Yes. Yes.
Remember there was another. Is it NPR?
NR Studio.
NR
So him and I started around the same time.
Okay.
And they were both in events. Yeah, but so my phone was half. I won't name names. But at some point, I formatted somebody's event. I formatted the card. That was the last time I shot events in Tembisa.
Wait, so you shot someone's event?
Yes.
And then
I gave him my money. And then we hung around this. And then I formatted the card in front of him. I deleted all the pictures and I went home.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
That's when I needed to put some.
painful.
Also, I got tired of being that kid everybody calls Magnio. Like I saved too many people's events because do yo,
So you're not the
please.
first choice.
Yeah,
You hear the call with
money
the
in my
first
budget
choice
and it's busy.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw this, dog. When I go shoot a BTS on somebody's set, you get your money, dog. You know what I mean? I want an invoice. So you know what?
You wanted to formalize the business,
yes, you know,
professionalize.
and then I started researching what other avenues of photography is there. Started learning about editorial photography. You know, this is why most of the time me and my brother shoot. We always shoot outdoors. We always try shoot cinematic. We use backgrounds. That's been our vibe. You know, because when we transitioned into a video, we made a decision. You know what? Screw this doing events because Nali Malabas guy on by complain, it's not even a lot. Let's just go into advertising, you know?
Okay.
Products, brands. Because at some point when I was like, you know what, I'm done shooting events, I had a conversation with Baz.
Desmond, yes.
Desmond, yes.
Desmond Brazilian.
Why don't we
Graphic. We should have him. It's actually,
one of the sickest graphic designers out there, bro.
You know, not to maybe touch on that, but maybe we should. And it comes from you guys as freelancers. Who is doing your business development? Who is formalizing you guys? Who is connecting you to corporates and opportunities. I had a talk with Baz, and I think I can share this. And I was like, you are very talented, and that's the problem. And that's the problem because
Gift and a curse.
yes, the work that is making millions in corporate is what you could do in your sleep. I understand that. But because you are too creative, you are not on the business side. So I've spent quite a lot of time with him, and I've also spent quite a lot of time with you. And I remember Bram. When we would go there for shoots and stuff, and would always complain about freelance work and chasing payments and whatnot. How do you handle that? Have things gotten better?
I mean, also it's become a reference thing. Ne? When you put yourself out there, there's no other way to get work. Now there's social media. At that time, we didn't use social media at the level that we use it now. Ne? My social media has gotten me a lot of work, you know? And sometimes I will go and straight up to you inbox and say, yo, I can do this.
Yeah.
And your page sucks. So what do you say? How much you got? You know?
I can believe that because you said that to us. You said that to us right before we shot.
Wait, he didn't add the how much you got part. But
Yeah,
he did say.
add that.
He
So
did say.
here's my thing, ne? They really there's agencies now for production. For people who work in production. So if you're a sound guy, you're a camera person, people can just book you through agencies now. Ne?
Do you have a name or maybe one or two?
There's one called Crew Cut,
Okay.
where basically you get under the agency, and then when let's say Netflix is shooting a movie and they're like, yo, we need a director, we need a sound guy, they just call them and then they link you up to the client. Ne? As photographers, there's a reason why we complain, Uti, when someone takes a picture of you, credit them on your post. It doesn't take a lot. Photo cred this person. Why? That's my career. That's how I actually make money.
Talk about, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
Talk about what that does for you. Because sometimes I think people take it for granted and that's why they don't post, right? But you actually get work from it. People see it and they're like, I want this. I want.
Yeah. So basically, when notice on my Instagram, majority of my pictures are taken by Eddie Step, who's my little brother. Majority of his pictures, I take them as well.
Okay.
You know, we're basically pushing each other through each other's pages. But then every time we push work, we always collaborate with our production company, which is just Crisp.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so that now we're feeding everything into the actual company now.
I see.
Yeah? It just highlights, it lets people know, Uguti, the person who took this picture. I'm not doing it for hype. I'm not saying show me, tag me. No, I'm doing it because I actually need people to see my work and see who's the one who took this picture, you know, because also it's a skill, you know, there's thought being put into this, you know, boyfriend struggle all the damn time. You see it. About 10 on my iPhone 11, bro.
Yeah.
It's Tombe. Okay, no, it's not the one, you know, because this thing is not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks.
It's not as easy as it looks, you know, because now another part of production I do is location fixing, you know.
Okay.
So basically when a lot of productions want to shoot in Tembisa, they'll hit me up and say, yo, we want to shoot in Tembisa. We're looking for a church that looks like this, that looks like this. I know Tembisa.
Yeah, producer, man.
You know, essentially.
That's what a producer does.
You know?
I get.
But now, Ankiri, as producer now, you will oversee
Yeah.
how everybody does everything.
Okay.
You know? So now I know, okay, there's a church, go take pictures of that church. You send it to the locations, you know?
Okay.
If they need to use that location, I'm the one who has to go there, explain what's going on, why we need the location, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So when you do all of I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
They started talking about racketeering, which when you run Tembisa, wait. When they fix, before I get the Tembisa.
There has to be somebody.
What is it? check in.
Yeah,
You must check in.
They must check in.
You're in
Because
my town now.
FIFA shot something recently in the hood for Phillies games.
Oh,
We're doing a history of Phillies games. It's on the
wow.
FIFA website.
That's
That's
dope.
beautiful. Yeah.
And the cool thing was that the
Yeah, we need to
archival
get someone for
footage
that. Yeah.
was footage my brother and I shot during our early days during the Phillies games.
That's
Full
dope.
The way things always come full circle
Gee.
is
Okay.
insane, bro. You know?
And how did that come together? Maybe get into that story. a bit.
Okay, so now
That's very interesting.
basically we started also becoming affiliated with the Phillies
With
games.
the Phillies. Oh, okay.
So during December times, we'd go shoot video footage,
Okay.
things like that, you know, and then we've always archived that. Ne? But after we stopped working with them, we remember when I told you about the OK Malum Kuket video?
Yeah.
Nice Shandis.
Yeah.
The same director was directing the video was the one who's directing the FIFA
FIFA
documentary.
thing. Oh, okay.
You know, and that was last year. You know,
Jeez, so this is a
True.
10-year-old
This is 10 years later.
play.
You know, now we're back on set.
Jeez.
I'm not only shooting BTS, but I'm involved.
You're
in
actually
the
shooting
project.
B-roll.
Young Tala. We are being as part of that. And then now we're not seen as those kids who are trying to, now they call you and you have thoughts on, okay, how are we doing this? What are we doing? What are we doing? You know? So that's the very same director. Recently we did, there's a series on MTV called The People versus mental health, The People versus patriarchy, The People versus the Rainbow Nation. So there's a final installment of that whole series. It's going to be the people and mental health, you know? So we're also part of that. And it was very fitting because another thing is that as a creative, it's very taxing mentally. It's very, 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 very taxing mentally. When I sent you a link of that Man Came Monday podcast, I was at my prime, dog. Creatively, I'm killing it, doing this, I'm traveling, I'm doing all of this, you know? But then when I decided, you know what, even the people I was working with, you know, like I'm doing a lot of work, you know, and I'm getting a lot of flack for it. But I'm putting in the work, you know? When you go outside and you learn, like this thing I was doing here, wait, there's an actual career for this thing. I didn't know I was copywriting until I was copywriting so much content for other people for nothing, you know? And then now you're like, oh, snap. Like I've been doing all this work, but for what? Yeah, bro. So now that mental breakdown starts coming in because now you start cutting off things. And the industry is small, bro. The moment you leave somewhere, it takes a while. It takes a while for you to go recreate connections because majority of the people you know, you've known through these people that you were with. Yeah, bro. So now there was like a whole mental. There was COVID.
What did that do to you?
Yes, that's the question.
James.
That is the question. For someone who's always outside, who's always, you know, joining the people, amongst the people, with the people, for the people. Now you have to be at home.
Bro. Yeah, COVID was long.
Pictures of teaspoons.
I shot pictures of myself, actually.
Oh, you did?
I've got a whole COVID series on Instagram.
All right.
That's nice.
So the one thing I did was dress up every day. I didn't wear sweatpants during COVID.
Yeah.
Every day. Sweatpants. Me.
Was it a mental war thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to learn how to forget how to dress, bro. You know?
I like
it's part of what makes me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like I like clothes. People who know me know that I'm wearing a pink jacket for goodness sake. I'm tall.
It's not a mistake.
No, it's not a mistake. You know? So I took pictures of myself. I started the Men Came Monday podcast where I was more focusing on, okay, the mental warfare I'm having with myself. Other people are having as well, you know. I'm just sharing how I dealt with this situation, you know. I talk about things like imposter syndrome, talk about things like a skincare routine, you know. Don't have to have products. You don't have to brand products, although there's a brand I worked with recently for skincare products. Very affordable. You can have products.
Okay.
But, you know, learning about water and soap, man, you know, washing your skin regularly, moisturizing, things like that. They basically prolong your skin's life, you know? Yeah. And also, when you watch self-care, when you think self-care, you think expensive, but yeah, go for yoga, go to therapy.
Go to a
Try
spa.
therapy malini in South Africa.
Is it expensive? Wait, man. Remember in Ubuntu's episode,
They are
he spoke about how there's a
well,
perception that therapy is expensive, but there are
yes, like
means
your
and way.
PAMSA, there's
Yeah, I
your
think that's what he said, yeah.
Lifeline. I know about two branches as a Lifeline. Then there's another one that I'm forgetting, but they're also quite big.
they're free.
They are free, so you have student psychologists.
Okay. It's better
Can
than-
I tell you why that is? Ne? Number one, those ones, especially if you provide something free, are usually an organization.
Oh wait, can I interrupt?
Yes, yeah.
People have reported that they've been asked to pay GoFamsa. So I'm not putting it on my name that it's free, but with Lifeline, I'm 100% sure that it's free.
Oh, okay.
So
Excuse
yeah,
me.
but feel free to correct me in the comments.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'll actually
you're-
look that up.
Yeah.
I'll actually
Yeah.
look that up. The reason why I feel is that because private practices have marketing power.
Okay.
You know, it's easy to be in your face with the therapy when you think private therapists, and that's why there's a perception that they are expensive. You know? Whereas organizations usually, in fact, obviously, if you're doing things pro bono, your budget is
You're
usually
focused
not
on the product more than the
essential,
marketing.
yeah, because also it's an
That's an
essential
important
service.
point, yeah.
You know, you've never seen fire brigade in a little billboard where there's a
Yeah.
fire.
Call
us.
this number.
You know, but
Right.
instinctively, you know,
That's an
it's
important,
okay.
yeah, that's an important
So
point.
it's one of those things where we are not exposed to it because I'm a private practices I as Pusha or on a bit. Even on Instagram, but sharing a lot of posts or Pinterest and make it look fancy
Nice
and say,
looking, yes.
you need help, you know?
And make you pay for that marketing.
Exactly. You know, but a free consultation,
Yeah.
yeah. Tom, if it's about leaving the cliffhanger about, you know what you need to solve your life?
Yeah.
You need to pay
It's to
1,000
compare.
rand, and then what we're going to do with a book a session, and then
And minimum 3 sessions.
you get
For
what
me
I'm
to
saying.
get a proper assessment.
You
Yeah.
know? So those types of things, too,
That's tough.
they take their toll on you. So my way of like working with Man Care Mondays was to create that, not make people feel like they're alone. Ne? But now the whole thing ended season 2, episode 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that I cracked. I chaya boy. I lost my creative edge completely. I wasn't jiving. I wasn't taking pictures.
No picture.
I'm
No
not
videos.
interacting. I'm no videos. I'm not going out there. I'm not meeting people. I'm not
Facebook.
partying.
That sounds like depression.
Full on. And it takes a while. Honestly, as men, it takes a while to get to that point and saying,
Actually, this is what it is.
I'm depressed. I'm going through a lot, you know? And now you start taking substances now. You start depending on alcohol. Oh, my bad. Sorry, my phone is not on front mode.
I thought that you were taking out substances. That's what I thought as well. Take out
This
substances.
is what you use.
Crack. No, man.
In fact, let me get a hit quickly for me to continue with this episode. Crazy. That is one. Okay. Yo.
You guys just tried to special assignment me. Remember that special assignment episode of those guys who fall asleep mid-interview?
Yeah, hola.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my mate's a sister.
Is that funny? Is that funny? And you've been doing that quite a lot because I remember. So this
Not
providing a
substances,
space.
right?
Hey,
Not
that's why I'm
substances.
trying
No,
to
not
clarify.
substances.
Now,
Context. Yes. Context.
that's why I had to ask. Wait. Okay.
And in terms of giving space to Machita to talk, because we were freelancers in different fields.
Yes.
And I remember it used to be me, you, Siamo from
Deep sentiment.
Deep sentiment.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to get him on the podcast.
we need to get him on there. And then obviously Baz,
Baz, yeah.
because even though we were freelancers in different spaces, we tried to collaborate quite a lot.
A lot, yes.
With me actually being the one with no talent in all of this, if we think about
Hence,
it.
I'm like winging it. Was this guy?
Think about it. No, because
Winging it is your challenge.
Yeah.
no, my talent is commercializing things. So finding you as a photographer, I would find I'll try and then find gigs for you, and then I take my
commission,
even
yeah.
from Desmond. I would connect Desmond with corporates because I'm a DJ Asekasi, used to abuse him as a talented graphic designer. Then I'm like, Baz, we see what you're doing,
yeah.
but have you done business profiles? Have you done websites? Have you done this and that? So I think that's just always been me. But anyways, this is not about that. This is about the spaces that you have to vent now. There's one you once took us to Ebram where, remember, I broke their swing. They had a swing. It was anchored onto the roof.
That was you, right?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah.
I just remembered.
Do you
No,
still?
wait.
I took him somewhere nice. Sasuke
You
Lokshini.
broke a swing.
I broke a swing, man.
But if you broke the swing, I mean, the swing was
I
gonna
think
be
it
broken.
was. I
Oh,
was
no,
the
guys.
straw.
Oh, no, do not talk about them like that.
No.
took
What I
him
mean
there.
is this.
I was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
I think other people broke it and then I got on
Yeah,
it and then I
because, I
finished
mean,
it off. You know.
a swing must is if it's gonna be broken, it's gonna be broken by
Okay,
weight.
we're focusing on the wrong part of
Okay.
this
Anyway,
conversation.
go on. I just needed to just clarify. that
Just
one.
clarify,
It's fine.
my brother, do not
It's
blame
not
yourself.
you, my brother. It's not you.
No, but
This
I
film was
remember-
gonna
everyone
get
was
broken.
mad. Like, everyone was just,
You remember
No.
the one thing I tried to forget about the day, and I'm like, oh, actually, now I remember.
No,
But,
it wasn't
but
your
the
fault.
cool thing was,
They didn't hang it the way.
it's
not you.
But it came out with concrete. Eh?
Really?
Yeah.
No, you were the straw.
I was the straw
The
that
final
broke the
straw.
camel's back.
There's no way. Anyway, continue.
Knox, you remember it wasn't me.
Spaces like that, do you still engage in them, and what is their value for freelancers? Because as I said, everyone is trying to take advantage of freelancers, whether they're actors, they're photographers, they're graphic designers, and then whatnot. Do you guys have some sort of an informal or formal union? How is it now?
Okay, so basically, just to give context, the space was called Instant Grass.
Instant grass.
Instant Grass. It was basically where it was a hub where young people come and brands would tap when they want to tap into the youth market, would go there for like sessions, open sessions, discussions
beautiful. We should
on
go.
certain
Is it still
brands,
happening?
topics. So Instant Grass is no more, but there's similar type of platforms, like there's stuff like about creative nestlings now. There's other ones I don't know about it as much right now, but I'm slowly getting back into touch with them, you know. But platforms like that, dog, have helped us grow immensely, because I've met a lot of people that I've worked and collaborated with in platforms like that, you know. And for me, those platforms they also bridge the gap, Yoguti, Lokshini and the Burbs. That is still there. It's
real
not
thing.
as apparent because now you can't tell with the kids from the township or from the Burbs, because now we all look alike. We talk alike, you know. So you're twin you Lokshini now, like
Straight.
it's a thing.
The
You
Tembisa
know?
High people.
Thina bebasibiza ngama-coconut, mfethu, what is ngama-snob,
Tembisa High,
swagging,
Tesha King, and then
Tisha King, you know? That vibe. So now it's like a thing now. Like everybody's just twanging. But when you get to those spaces, they help bridge the gap of not being able to access the corporates, because the biggest thing, Ikasi, is the lack of opportunity. Ne? And it's not that opportunity is not there, but lack of access to opportunities is the problem. Yabo? You will hear about stuff
after.
you know, and now also we can't really blame them, you know, for the marketing not reaching. Also, infrastructurally, WhatsApp data, the honest truth in the hood, you know, just so you can communicate with people. But now not understanding what if I only create a line of communication between me and Lesego, I'm not accessing Ubonisile. Yabo? So now that just closes us up so much, you know. Like as a photographer, I have an app called Pinterest. For everything that you need, aesthetics, whatever's, you just go on that app and you check, you know. But when you have a conversation with people, I'm like, yo, do you know something like this? It's like a huge discovery, Mom. Oh, snap, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know this could make my life easier. And there's always something that's made to help make your life easier, you know. It's like how breaking away from that notion, which you have to work hard. You know, as a man, you must work hard. Man, my nails are done, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean? You know? But now, working hard for me could legit just be doing research online, writing a copy, submitting it, invoicing. I make my money. It's working hard because another person will not be able to do this. You know, another person won't be able to say, I've got a thought. So that's another, the aspect of when I went from photography to film to now going into advertising and working with brands and, you know, where you now have a vision and you make it come to life. I have the ability to think about a crazy thought and then be like, hey, that would be so cool. And then to be able to sell 1, 2, and 3. But then when you get to production and you're like, we can actually pull this off in 1, 2, 3, and 4 ways. That shit is insane, bro. Once a friend of mine, Ukatla Hotuma, once told me, it's like the satisfaction of creating something and seeing it out there is better than sex. And I was like, you're lying. Until I saw like a campaign I worked on appear, and I was like, shit!
Actually,
It was orgasmic, my G. You know what I'm saying? It was orgasmic.
that is beautiful.
And you start finding different elements because you can't always do one thing. You know, now I do voiceover work as well.
Okay.
And then you guys know the one day show must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
We do know
do know
the show. We
So
do, yes.
I'm also part of the voice.
Shout out
artists
to
for
the
work.
Street Carnival.
Carnival for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so your Street Carnival
Yeah.
pulled another one in the hood. And like when I saw it, I only seen it that gig.
Oh, you just found yourself in the space.
Verb now.
It's a verb now.
Yeah.
What is somebody see it too?
I only seen it that gig, bro. I went into you know how conversations between me and Bonisile happen on the phone. Yeah? If I check my call log, we've never had a conversation more than 3 minutes is long. 3 minutes is long.
It's quick.
Yeah, it's quick, you know. He doesn't care about my life. Sure. I'm like, hello, like MF. You sure Bonisile Fede is like, sharp. Listen, you still shoot, right? Yeah, okay, so I've got a gig like this, and
Yeah.
I need a photographer on this day, you know,
Yeah.
and I thought are
Yeah.
you down? Like, okay,
Just like
sharp.
Just like that. Not how are you doing? How's your mental health?
I just gave you a kick. You're obviously doing well now. like obviously you're fine now. If you are not fine, you're fine. If you are fine, you're now better.
Okay.
And he calls it the most random times, you know? So then I should, sure. It's like, yo, hey man, are you good? Like, sharp. So, listen,
Straight into it.
you know, and I've come to appreciate and understand it. It's okay, you know.
Sure.
what? That's Bonisile, you know? But he's like,
There's a lesson in there, sorry, for the people at home. Some people like that style of communication. Some people first, before they can ask you for what they actually want, they want to ask about your day and ask about your mother and your father and your family. No, some people appreciate that.
They do.
Right? And then some people don't. Right?
that's
so,
my,
so you must be conscious of the people that you're dealing with. You say, this person that I'm dealing with, which one is it? Is it the one where I can spend 5 minutes first before we get to the issue? Or we just 2 minutes call? So pay attention. Go on.
My family's 5 minutes first.
It's
Yeah.
5 minutes
I do
first.
not care how emergency your emergency is, my brother. How
Yeah.
are you?
How are you?
I
How
struggle
are the
with that.
kids?
I'm fine,
Yeah,
thank
there are people
you.
like that.
I really struggle.
And then there are
with
people
that.
like you. A lot of people, I think I've come across more people like you.
Oh, okay.
But when you come across other people, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're calling me, like if Lesejo is calling me and he wants 2,000, how the fuck I am does not change that whether I have it or I don't, and whether I trust you about it or I don't. So I find quite a lot of it being it's like you're undermining
think it's
my
disingenuous.
intelligence. And then I think it's people wanting to build some, for lack of a better word, some rapport before this big ask.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
because
softening the blow.
you will sometimes find someone like he will call you on Monday.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, he has an emergency. And then I'm just like, oh, this was.
Oh, you knew.
You know, and I don't mind that. If you have the guts to say to me, without talking to me for 2 years and say, Bonisile, I need this and that, then it means we are cool. You don't need to give that coolness and intro, build up to like that climax of you. Yeah, so I really struggle. And I think for me, it's also anxiety. I get very anxious because I like, what do you want? What
I haven't spoken to you in 2 years. What do you want?
Yes.
No, but there's sometimes I understand what you're saying, and I've come across where you can see, this person is just trying, like, you never call me otherwise.
Yes.
You only call me when you need something. I know there's people like that, right? But there's people that genuinely their communication style is that, listen, man, before we get to the nitty-gritties, how are you?
And my thing is, for me, I always force it accordingly. You know, sometimes it calls on a high.
Yes.
Like, yo, Kitty, how are you, bro? How are the children?
And then he wants to get to his point.
But he does have a child and wife, does he not?
He does.
I need to ask, how are they? You're an adult now, my friend. You know? How's
You
that
can't just
going?
get into it.
No.
Always. Should be.
How are you well? Even if you're not, because sometimes, and my thing is, he's completely honest. And we ask Kosha, how are you? It's like, not good.
Not good, yes.
Instinctive from us. What's wrong?
What's wrong? And then we have a 10-minute call, yeah.
And then as coach, it's like, no, best
actually.
But nonetheless, we keep healing, bro.
No, I will.
Now you are lighter now.
Yeah.
I think what you should do then is have more conversations where, or maybe the people that call Bonisile, start with, I don't have a reason for calling, I'm just checking up.
Yes.
Speak.
Because
and then he comes down.
Yeah, but now the anxiety is going to go away again.
And then someone who's like, oh no, I'm just checking up on you. I'm like, oh wow.
Why?
Technically, wow. I'm never going to check up on you.
But gents, while on this topic, one thing I'm noticing is the fact that we don't acknowledge it, but like anxiety is a serious thing, you know, and especially my part as umjita. Instinctively, we read it as fear. As gents, we don't read it as I am anxious. What am I afraid of? You know, you always want to face things head on, you know. And there's that element of always overthinking. There's a lot happening in your mind, you know. That thing we spoke about earlier about ADHD.
Yeah.
You know? We don't know we have that. But our chacharach.
Sorry.
Gaslighting me. Gaslighting me.
Oh, sorry,
Those little elements, you know, like as you grow, you become more self-aware. You start realizing, oh no, actually,
this is what it was.
I'm actually trying to maybe protect myself from overthinking too much. If I open up myself early, and everybody realizes, okay, this the vibe, then now you can relax, you know. But when you're an overthinker, you always, as much as people may say to you, it doesn't matter what people think about you. When you're an overthinker, by the time Lesotho looks at me, I've already like decided to lay one bag of plants. I lay in a chive now. So
this is used to me.
So those little things,
but you must start calling for things other than what you want. Because now you could have told me already. There's a look. You
have a look.
I don't know. I'm not aware of a look. Me.
You have a look. You have a tone, and we are constantly like. I sometimes type messages to you, but first of all, your tone. Then I delete, and then I just answer because you find
I do that shit too, hey?
Yeah, I'm like, first of all, can we work on your tone? Because I will tell it to myself
like and then delete it, and then they respond
like,
properly like a proper person.
But now
I'm going to be
that guy. Like now I'm going to be a dick. And you find that he doesn't have a tone.
Why? Okay,
exactly, because text sometimes don't capture.
I feel like,
but it's always
tone.
you.
What do you mean?
It's always you. You're not the only person that I text, but you're the only one who constantly has a tone.
No. On my text?
On your text, you have a tone. Anyways, we are digressing, guys. I think as much as you are a dope-ass photographer, I think you are quite a great autasekas. You know, you are that man Esekasi, you are
That's
that.
how he introduced himself.
Yeah. I could not make out what he was saying.
You couldn't.
I have no idea what he was
You
saying.
should have attended the hip hop shows.
But I should have attended the
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
saying?
went to the
You
hip hop shows.
Dog, he caught
You were
the whole
gonna
verse.
hear now.
You got everything.
You missed the verse, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
And it was a
I'm
freestyle
sorry,
that time,
man.
up and down.
All I heard was 1632 there, you know. But going back to the photographers that are watching now, that young 16-year-old photographer, how did you buy your first camera? And if there was a young photographer now asking what camera should they start with, what would you say? Because we see now you have can I
Careful.
because we see now that you're rolling with
doesn't have a budget.
with the real things, with vintage looks and then whatnot, which are unattainable to most people starting out, you know. So what was your first one? How did you get it? And young math, 2023 version of you, what should they get?
Oddly enough, this is a full circle moment because my first camera was a Fuji film.
Oh.
Was a snapshot though. Was like those
Oh, like a point and shoot.
first, yes. You know, first level Fuji, you know. And basically I got it secondhand.
Okay.
Right? So what I did was I saved up half and then I asked my parents for half. You know, I mean, I am young at the time.
Yeah.
I don't have money, you know. Don't ask me, I got the half. Remember, I was doing a lot of things at the time. Dancing, I was doing this.
Dancing, what type of dancing? Just be specific.
Oh, wow, Bonisile. What type of dance?
Just be specific. Because it's the dancing that
Are we back to Queen George now?
All dancers,
Are we back to Queen George?
all dancers invoice. Please make sure that you invoice when you do a gig. They do pay us. Think in adverts with. I was in a KFC ad, bro. For goodness sake.
Oh, yes.
Actually.
Yes.
I know you've been that guy.
You've been everywhere.
You've
And I think
been
that's
that
why
guy.
every time you say photographer, I'm like,
There's so much more to it.
Can we say Math is a photographer? He's everything, man. We must find a better word to describe.
Creative entrepreneur.
Yeah, like a creative. Yeah.
Creator.
I think, yes.
You're a creator.
Yes. Even, yeah.
You know, hence I'm like creative entrepreneur. It was paying me for it. I don't do it for fun anymore.
Okay, it's not just.
You know, it was
Not
cool
for
in the
exposure.
beginning. It was cool in the beginning. Now it needs to pay bills.
Nah, I got you.
You know? I need to finish paying for my teeth. So
Yeah, no, braces aren't cheap. Braces aren't cheap. I'm the only
Yeah,
one
no.
without braces. And I need them.
yeah.
Anyways,
No.
Except you see the day you accept. Right now we're in our cocoons when I come out as beautiful butterflies.
Tall.
You know? So basically that's how I started out, and then I started getting gigs. Your camera tells you when it's time for you to get a better one. You know? Now you're like usability, you're like, nah, why can't I do this shot? That's when you start upgrading. That's when you start realizing I need lights, I need whatevers, and then you start growing from there. But the beautiful thing about photography is it's a beautiful entry point to transition into video. You know,
True.
video is what's popping right now, Joe.
Yeah.
Everywhere. You know, everybody, as much as a picture tells 1,000 words, a video can tell you 1,000,000, you know? And now we have audio, you can hear, it's not always up to interpretation, you know? Because remember also, our attention span is like lower now. So we don't want to spend time interpreting art when it can just tell you what it's about. This is why creativity is so important in the marketing space. You know, when you have to come up with a whole creative idea to sell something that's boring. You know, our first official ad that we shot, my brother and I, was for a place that's called Junk Park. It's not there anymore. It's like a place in Alex, a food place. And we shot.
Park, yeah, the one that opened now in COVID.
Yes, that's one in Alex.
In Alex.
Yes, we shot an ad
It's not
for. It's not there
operating anymore.
No, I
It
think
changed
it's
names.
called something else. Yeah, I think. It's
Oh
called something
yeah,
else
they
now.
probably like
And
a
then
rebrand,
we
yeah.
shot like a food ad for them.
Okay.
Nice.
An insane burger ad. When I show you guys that ad, you guys will also go, that is insane ad.
I want
You know,
that burger.
with legit nothing. And we shot it at home throughout the night.
Really?
throughout the night. And then when we came up, I did the voiceover. And we came up with the concept when we had given up on how we're going to shoot this damn burger. And let's go outside and smoke. And we just chilled outside and we're sharing a blunt. And now, because we felt like we had given up, now we're just discussing all our favorite ads. Like, man, would have been cool if we could make it sound like this. And we started laughing. I'm like, yeah, and it would be cool if this would happen. And then we're like, you know what? Let's just do that.
Let's make it happen.
We have full creative freedom. They just gave us a burger and they're like, do your thing. We can do whatever the hell we want. And we knocked it out the park. That's when we knew. And that one got us more food stuff. We did some stuff for like SABC One shows for food stuff, you know. And remember, not all projects we post on Instagram. Not everything is as glamorous. You know, we did some stuff for the city of Johannesburg. So now we've just been doing a lot of brand work because at the end of the day, that's where the money is, you know. And nonetheless, James, that's what we've been praying for, you know, because we've prayed with, yo, can we work with our favorite brands? And we do. Last year, we were fortunate to get a Converse gig, you know.
Yo,
I was
that's
like,
big.
an ambassador for a shoe that was dropped.
Converse is the brand.
Dog. I did a whole Converse ad and then they dropped it through Shelf Life, the store.
Oh.
So they flew a pair of sneakers from Sweden, bro. Hi, my brother.
Can I Bluetooth?
Lulis. Thank you.
Ah, that's beautiful.
know? So I think that's one, and this was like right after the depressional phase. And
Wait, but they fly everything. Because it makes it sound like it came like on an aeroplane alone. Like now when you think about it.
But it came special.
But it came special
Yeah,
for me.
it's different,
It didn't go to the store.
Everything is flown, but
I want to I don't even know how much it cost, you know?
Yeah.
And for moments like that, I think that's when I started coming back into myself and getting out of that depression mode. And I won't lie, my brother and our business partner, Lena, she practically runs out. Those people legit pulled me out of a dark hole. Single-handedly. I had no phone for 3 months.
yo.
It sounds familiar because your brother got me out of a similar rut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you have no phone
You
for
spoke
3
about
months.
it, no?
I spoke about it like he would.
No, very briefly.
Yeah, very briefly. Deep depression, lock myself in the house, and he wouldn't just take it. He'd find the gates locked, Ekaya, and just hop over the fence. And
The one time.
then the one time his pants ripped, actually, as he was hopping over the fence. But he would do it, and I'd be annoyed because you would just want to be alone. Why the fuck are you making all this effort, you know? And yeah, so. But yours is better. You had Converse. I had Moretti.
But nonetheless, you know, those people, Joe, people like that are very essential. you know, because when they legit bought me a phone, bro.
Sure.
You know, they're like, and it was, I think, right after my birthday, week after my birthday, you know, they made sure my birthday was fun. A week later, they were like, yo, here's a phone. Now you are back online. And I'm like, you know what? Now I have no other option. And now, you know, when people remind you of the person you were, sometimes when you look back, it's unbelievable. You're like, it used to be so easy for me to walk into a room and command it and be like, yo, math is here. Let's let it happen, you know?
And back then you had nothing. You were not even half the person you are now.
And here's what I love about my life right now. Even at my brokest,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because I've created the life I want to live and I know what it is, you know? And the crazy thing is that I'm delusional enough to believe Guti. I'm there. I'm a couple of paychecks away from going to Japan for a bit.
Yeah.
You know, just take a young trip to somewhere, you know, and shout out to all the brands that have taken us places, guys. You know?
Yeah.
I won't lie. Stylus Gibela, my flight in Fair to till today. I don't think I was
A plane ticket.
I say, I've never bought my own plane ticket, dog.
You are Queen Twerk.
Oh my God.
It's funny because it's true. But
Oh,
Try to blind you.
what? So, as you notice today, I've got like a piece of paper because I asked some of you guys on Facebook to help us out with some of the questions. So, what we'll be doing is when we know who we're going to be interviewing on a day, we will come on our social media platforms and let you guys give us questions for that guest, just so that what you drive the communication we have with the guest. And you can also drive who we have as a guest by going onto our YouTube comments and telling us which career you would like us to touch. So this is as much your show as it is ours. Am I right, Queen Twerk? Okay, they've got no beef.
Okay. No. I think
And you've got a whole lot of fine ass women like watching your channel. And then ngicela mabakubuza ungabi snacks ngenamba yami.
ufuna siyifake in the description.
No. For specific ones, I like women who know what they want and who go for what they want.
Yeah, man, nalaba
If I'm what they want, I'm here.
they must ask us.
Oh, you must ask.
They must ask.
They must ask.
Okay,
You will
guys,
give
ask
me.
us.
You will give
Oh,
me.
man.
We have never had a guest explicitly ask us to do this. But I explicitly.
Explicitly.
Because here's another thing. This guy, this guy always like he knew the finest, and all the girls like I wanted. He knew
somehow.
like personally, like
Yo.
annoyingly personally, like he's like, oh, ufuna muphi intona yami, tingi mfonele manje. But then he acts fresh, like mabambuza ngami, like when they ask for my numbers, actor fresh, I'm gonna want me. No, Meth doesn't like it when I give her his number, man. I don't have a child.
So you were making connections not only with business, but also with Cupid, on the Cupid level. You were making connections.
I have hooked dudes up.
Yeah,
Like,
I
have
no,
hooked
no,
dudes up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, for days.
Yeah,
He
no.
would
Career podcast.
Career, we are a career. You know, I had so many questions for Matt.
Yeah.
Should we do one more and then
Yeah,
get
do
to the
two
okay.
more.
Two more.
Yeah, do two more.
Two more. Okay. Number one. You know, for people in traditional careers, doctors, lawyers, accountants, when they feel like they've reached a plateau and they want to now upgrade, they go to school, they upgrade themselves by learning. What does that look like for you as a photographer?
Oh, dude.
I know you touched on it.
That's such a
Lapho
beautiful
you said-
question, bro.
Sure.
That is a beautiful question.
Thank you, my
'cause
brother.
I feel like
I do this.
You
my brother.
just-
I'm 15 episodes in this. So, I do.
now we can start the podcast.
The rest was just chilling. Ne?
Yeah, now we can start. Thank you, my brother.
Sure.
Welcome.
Sure. Thank you. Welcome to 9 to Life.
So, I'm currently studying creative directing.
Oh, beautiful.
Nah. So basically, now I'm learning how to package all these things that are going on in my head. I'm learning to package my photography, my voiceover artistry, blah, blah, everything into one, because now as a creative director, I'm learning how to now focus my energies into one product and say, this is my position, because it's you could easily get swayed into different things when you do a lot of things, but
Can have a lack of focus. So.
exactly, it really gets to that. But it's, how Jack of all trades, master of none, but better a master of none than a master of one.
Yes.
When I learned that saying is shorter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Jack of all trades, master of none. No.
I know it
actually
as
Jack of all trades, master of none, but better a master of none than a master of one.
Yeah.
Because what you're talking about, when you reach that plateau and you've only been focusing on one thing, that's when you try expand your mind, So now, as I'm studying that, and
That's my favorite quote, by the way. I have it on my LinkedIn page. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know it as the jack of all trades, but the master of one is often better than the master of one. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I have it on my LinkedIn page. Is that.
So
Check out your LinkedIn, my brother.
Check out my LinkedIn page, guys. It's there.
if I feel LinkedIn, hey, yeah, I'm gonna check LinkedIn, yeah, Joker.
Have you used it to
Yes.
get jobs?
Yes. I use it. I use it for voiceover jobs. I use it for writing jobs. Nah?
Okay.
The creative stuff is mostly on Instagram because instinctively people will just go through Instagram, and that's the easiest form of being able to get content. You know, because back then there was about Tumblr. I remember Tumblr.
I remember Tumblr. I had a Tumblr.
Yeah.
You know,
Tumblr's
Isn't
great
Tumblr what
nudes.
Pinterest is
what
now?
Pinterest is now.
No?
It's exactly what
But
it
Tumblr
is.
is the best nudes.
It did, and very tasteful ones too.
I've never. Okay.
My Vanilla podcast.
My second question.
Yes, brother.
Or we used to. Sorry, if you want to continue.
No,
you can just finish
I'm
off
good.
your
Yeah,
point.
but
Okay.
right now for me, it's this. I'm studying
Okay.
creative directing.
Something that helps you channel your
everything
creativity
into one.
That's
Yes,
beautiful.
Yes.
Technology.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an inhibitor for you, or is that an enabler for you? So does it help you do your job better, or does it make it more difficult? For instance, there's smartphone photography now, you know, where people feel like, hi, I have my phone.
Yeah.
Why do I need you? You know,
Beautiful question.
there's
I wanted to ask
AI.
He's here.
Guys, I do this. There's AI as well
Yes.
now that creates images. You know, you can type in. You can go on to, I think it's Wally for OpenAI.
Yes.
Go to a website, Wally. You type in what you want. Give me a beautiful sunset that looks realistic. What does that do for you? Does that inspire you, or does that chow some of your? Oh, and another thing. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. If you watch the show Secret Invasions, yeah, if you're a Marvel fan, you'll know about Secret Invasions.
Yes, yeah.
The intro card was done 100% on AI.
On AI, yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
What does that? How does that affect you, your creativity as a person?
It's I would say it's both good and bad. You know, like it just sharpens you. You know, my thing is when you're in the industry or the career that you're in, it's a sink or swim. You know, it's a very much a sink or swim. And also a lot of things are trial and error. Majority of these new technologies about AI now, they're still new. Who's most likely to learn about them first?
People that are already
know
how to
invested
use
in it, you know? Because also remember, it starts feeling like ngati they've just complicated our lives even more. King AI, you know. We just figured out how to edit a video on TikTok.
Yeah.
Now there's
Now it's
AI,
one more thing, yeah.
you know? But we're already on it because we're already using it to our advantage. And the moment you just need to always be ahead of the curve, you know, the moment something jumps in, you jump on it, you master it.
Yeah.
You know, for example, Canva. I use Canva for pretty much everything. Presentations, for everything. I've made so much quick money with Canva, bro. Bonisile, you're late.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course,
And you can make it look like
Yo,
Yeah.
my
Months on
brother.
just
Template
template nyana, tla, 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 tla.
And now, as much as you could have Canva, I've
yeah.
got history in creative.
You are also the creative.
You know, I know how colors gel together. I know how themes come together.
Yeah.
Because now you start learning Ugoti when you over the years I learned something called a creative brief.
Okay.
You know, now you can't just let the client tell me I am for now or in this so. No. Let's create a creative
Break it down,
brief,
yeah.
You know, what are you trying to let the people see? What story, what narrative are you bringing in? What's your color scheme? What's
I
your
see.
This is why when you watch a NetBank ad, that emerald green is everywhere. From the suits, you know, when you watch an ad with a different product, if the product is green, everything around is green. Those little elements that's clicking in your head.
Yeah.
So your usability of that technology
I
is
love that.
better if you're within the industry, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not scared of someone who's never used Photoshop who's gonna out Photoshop me when I've been a photographer for so many years.
I love what you're saying. I love what you're saying. It reminds me of that quote that says, you don't pay a plumber to come bang on the pipes. You pay him for knowing where to bang.
Yes.
Right? Because you can come in and just do the job in 5 minutes. But that's because of the experience.
He knows.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the other one? You're not paying me for the 5 minutes. You're paying me for the hours.
Hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where I know where to bang for
Yeah,
5 minutes.
exactly. There we go.
Shoo. So we're now at that.
We are at that. Yo. Yeah.
Ed,
It's been what? Over an hour.
in your life, from a Tembisa to Uteni, Kenya, Tanzania, Japan, wherever, in your entire Scotland, in your life, what would you rate as your biggest win? don't be, well, you're not a humble person, so I don't need to say this. It's like,
No need for the disclaimer.
don't worry. What has been your biggest win? Your biggest, yeah.
My biggest win has been and always will be working with my brother. I
I
wouldn't
think
even
that
lie
does
to you guys.
Yeah.
Bluetooth. That's
Danko.
beautiful.
You know, working with my brother. I think we're a partner, Joe. It's a Batman and Robin type thing. Nah? But the difference with us is that we know how to rotate between Batman and Robin. You know?
Sometimes you play Robin, sometimes you play
Yes,
Batman.
dog. You know, 80 step ZA. Bro, that guy's next level, dog.
Yeah.
So basically, we're like split. We're one
You guys are
amazing.
still using your
human
dancing name.
Yes.
Actually, it is.
yes. Oh, but yeah, Gonja, you know from
Yeah,
the
I know
dancing.
from the
yes,
dancing.
Yes, we still use our dancing.
Okay, sure.
It's like a Disney name, dog. Mouse gets
Forever.
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 You know?
So
So
jump in, yeah.
with him, he's got different talents, you know? He's mad, crazy producer, video editor. I'm also with conceptually writing. So together it makes sense.
There's a
you know?
synergy there.
We gel like that. And on top of that, we're best friends.
Yeah.
Like homies, you know? He's the person who would jump the fence to go check with yo, bro. Why are you chilling here? You know, and he finds you depressed, chilling. He's like, yo, man, let's go get some food. Let's go eat somewhere. Let's go shower more, you know? So those types of things, bro. For me, the greatest win was always cultivating the relationship between myself and my brother. You
That
know?
was a beautiful.
Because we run a company together. We pretty much share everything together. We bought our first car together, you know? So those little things for us, it's always been it's hard to enjoy a win when the other one is not, you know? So that's why it's always easy to pull each other out of situations when you're like, no, bro, we're back. We're on a mission. We need to do this thing, you know? So it's one of those things I appreciate to not many siblings. Remember I said you and your sibling, he posted a picture of him and Kanye, and they just like do random things. Like they just send each other random selfies. And then I went and commented on it. I'm like, it is step, they cannot out sibling us. And then we do a full spread photo shoot.
Yeah.
We did a full spread photo shoot, bro. Immaculate.
No, you're in a competition.
It's fine. It's a serious fight.
So I'll show you those pictures. We did a full spread
Sure.
photo shoot.
So now you have a launch schedule coming up.
Bro,
These things.
That's
we don't
amazing.
play around. We were trying to upset because I got jealous. I'm like, what? They send each other random selfies of what they doing during I'm like, bro, we need to step our game up, man. You know? But more than anything, man, it's one of those relationships in my life I'll always treasure, bro. Yeah, so that's my biggest win.
Beautiful.
How's that for humble?
Yeah, no, he actually.
No, he twisted it. Eh?
Yeah, I
You thought
know.
he was gonna say, "Yeah, I had shoes flown in from Sweden."
Yeah, no, he really switched up. And that relationship is actually quite beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
no, you guys have a dope.
Because I thought you guys were homies first.
A lot of people do. A lot of people think,
yeah.
a lot of people think we're homies, but when you get to know each other, you're like, oh no, you guys are actually siblings.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're legit always together.
Always. Okay. Next question is the inverse of that now. What was your biggest L? And from that, what was the biggest lesson or takeaway?
Biggest L. Hey, I was like talking about my achievement. And
It's easy. It's easy with the achievement. You can flip it and say, what was your biggest lesson? And then find...
I think my biggest L, Joe, was just like letting go of myself, like Kitweda and just giving up. You know, every time I listen to Jay-Z and he'd say, "Go to the best decision I made was not giving up." You know, and I've hit that wall so many times. Where now when I think about it, I'm like, but that wasn't so much of a challenge. You know how I was listening to radio the other day and there was a segment there like 2 years later. Just say, think about today, 2 years ago and 2 years later. Where are you now? And when you always think about it, the level of gratitude that happens in your mind and you realize, Wuti, oh my gosh, 2 years ago, paying for my Wi-Fi was a mission. You know, now it's like instinctive. It's part of the game. You know, 2 years ago when You used to dream with, yo, can I be able to work on this brand or with this company? That person is calling you randomly and saying, yo, let's do this. What are you doing? What are you working on? You know? So you start realizing what you become better and better. But now, the moment you give up on yourself, it's hard for other people to not give up on you. Not everybody's going to be there. That's why we don't always have people who are going to jump fences for us to get us out of deep holes, you know?
Yeah.
Especially as a man. I hate that term, but unfortunately, your masculinity is a serious pandemic on its own.
Right now.
You know? And I always say, ultra masculinity will hinder you from nice things. My friend, you have broken that barrier so many times. You know?
This one does it to troll, though.
But as much as, you know what I once learned?
He does it to troll.
Here's what Bonisile once did. I'm going to tell you this story. It's the craziest story ever.
Sure.
We're chilling in a studio, right?
Yeah.
Was recording a very famous hit of his. And then Kimachita fella. Go seventh wave.
Go seventh wave.
Seventh wave.
You recorded Go seventh wave.
I'm recording the seventh wave, dog. I'm Tembisa through and through.
No,
I'm Tembisa through and through.
Okay, that's great. I didn't know you
I just
recorded.
remember because you know.
We must get we must get more shakes in there, man. On the
Shakes.
Yeah.
I'll get shakes.
Get
for you
shakes
guys,
in there.
you know? And then we're just chilling because you know how seventh wave is small.
Yeah,
a small
it's
studio,
very slow.
You know? So
I'm nervous because I don't know what the
You don't
story
know
is.
where it's going.
I don't remember anything from
so how
that
to plumb
studio.
that, ne?
Sure.
Like we're out of places to sit. He sits on someone's lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
then he just
something he
sits.
would do.
And he acts like nothing happened, and then he just stares at the screen. And then he looks at the guy, and the guy's like, "Why are you sitting on me?" He's like, "What? Are you sexually insecure? Are you not secure about your sexuality?"
I think you had an era where you do that type of thing. I remember that very vividly.
And then I saw that guy toughen up. Like, no. Like what? Are you into men? He's like, no.
Am I telling you one?
Yeah. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, that was my first interaction with someone who's like so sexually secure, like who's so secure in their sexuality with
As a dude.
Angtuga.
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything.
Dog. It doesn't
It means
really
whatever
mean
we
shit.
want it to mean.
Why do I not remember this?
No, you had an era like that. I can attest to this.
You know what
I'm listening. I'm like, that is so stupid. Why would anyone do that?
That was you, bro.
This is why I'm saying he does it to troll, Lobo. He must have seen this guy. Hey, this one is masculine. This one. Let me just bring him 2 letters, nyala.
And my thing
He's
is,
too much, man. Let me bring him down.
when he's still is trolling, dog, I'm probably one of the few people who like is immune to his trolling. There was this thing he used to do of just stopping the car mid-drive at don't handbrake and argue with me, and think I'm gonna say yes so that he. And I
So that he
argue
moves,
back.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna see mega massive.
That's Tembisa taxi driver tendency.
Yeah, Tembisa. Yes. And man,
Okay, last question. If you, I know this is probably hard for you to imagine because you do so many things.
Yeah.
But if you weren't doing all the things that you were doing now, what would you be doing? If you weren't a creative.
Sure. If I wasn't a creative,
nice.
because that trap. I think I'd probably be working in engineering.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my life would be a bit accelerated
Okay.
in a way, you know, because first I've always been in science. I did maths and science throughout high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a geek like that.
Sure. You
So
did
it
say
would
you
be-
were Olympiad.
Yeah.
You know,
thing.
so it would be a natural progression for me to go into those careers. But I feel like my life would have been accelerated because having had opportunities to do all that I've done and travel all the places that I've traveled has solidified me so much as a person. You know? I know there's a lot, there's people who say you need to find yourself. You know?
Yeah.
I was blessed to have the opportunity to find myself. After I found myself, I knew that, okay, now that this is me, now I create the man that I want to be from here on. You know, this is why I feel like I'm very intentional with everything that I do. You know, like people still ask me why don't I have kids yet? you know, as much as it's God's timing, but I'm intentional with creating the life that I want. I've done it so far. I mean, I've done it. Here, I want to be on TV. I did it. Here, I want to do this. I did it. Here, I want to do this. I did it. So my delusion has gone past having to believe in myself. I know I can be able to do whatever the hell I want, you know? So I'm able to now plan and channel my life accordingly. And more than anything, man, I enjoy the journey. I love the journey of life, bro. You know? So sometimes when people ask me what I do, I just say my best, man.
Nyazam.
I do my best. I do my best, you know?
Yeah.
The one thing I can't do is swim, though.
You still can't.
Yet is the word.
Teach me how to swim, Chance. Ain't nobody
I also don't know how to swim because I just realized that I live in Gauteng, so opportunities where I need to swim to save my life are like less and less. Like,
The risk is low.
Yeah, my risk is low.
Yo, COVID, important about Jesus. Why?
You can't. And that was someone from Tembisa.
Yes. What did you? Yes. What did you? I was like, my hood. I was like, yo, Kasiak.
That was where the Phillies games are.
Yes.
Ne?
And it was Tocha. Hafili Okmor,
Oh, no, I thought Kiko. I want to start this is good pull of it.
It's funny how you can see Tembisa anywhere and know where exactly it is.
Yeah, you can.
That's my superpower.
Ne?
That's my superpower.
That's how I get the gigs, actually. The location gigs.
Because you know.
Because I know instinctively when you want a place like this, and I'm like,
can even see it.
Straight line.
But there was a lady that posted some place and said Kigo Tembisa on Twitter a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it. I'll tell you on it. I was like, "Aye, this is not Tembisa." Like I said it with so much conviction. Like, this is not Tembisa. I don't care. I know every corner of Tembisa. This is not Tembisa. Don't lie.
Ivory is not Tembisa.
Exactly. The Ebony is not
No, that was
Tembisa.
nowhere near Tembisa.
It was nowhere near Tembisa.
Nowhere near Tembisa.
Yeah.
Nowhere near.
Yo,
And it's a loyalty casinator. Hey, Tembisans.
You need to be proud.
Tembisans are patriotic. The problem is that when you are in the hood,
Yeah.
I said Kamela.
Yeah.
When
Hey,
you are
but meet a
outside-
Tembisa person.
outside.
it's a
Yeah.
personality
Yeah.
trait.
You think so?
Being a Tembisa person
Oh,
is
being
a
a Tembisa-
personality trait.
Ne?
Yeah.
We're a special breed of
Like
people.
how is Bonisila? He's this, he's that, he's funny,
Tembisa,
he's from Tembisa. You know,
Yes, they mentioned that. That
It's
is
a
the case in
description.
point,
It's a
actually.
description,
personality trait,
yeah.
It's just
Because
who you are.
apparently Bashimani Batembisa. What's this Bashimani Batembisa thing going on, bro?
Okay.
Am I part of it?
On that note,
Am I part of it?
on that
Am I-
note. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode where we unpack traditional and non-traditional careers so that you know what's out there for you. You can widen your possibilities and Mduduzi. Thank you so much. I've never called you Mduduzi before.
never
Yeah,
actually.
no.
The first time, like it didn't come out right. Mduduzi.
Just call me Math, man. You call me Math, you know.
Thank you so much.
Please, if I meet you for the first time, it's very awkward if you call me Math and I don't know you. Because I know everyone who calls me
It's like
Math.
Ben Clive.
Oh,
Like imagine said random people like
Actually,
Clive.
now I keep saying Clive. Good people are gonna start calling you Clive.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to Bonisile, bro.
Well, now you know Clive.
Yes.
Yeah, there are people who don't know that my name is
It took me a while. It took me a while.
Well, now
to
your
get to
face is because
Bonisile.
people that know you from primary have a name for you.
Yes, Bones.
Bones, yeah.
And Bonanza.
Oh, I don't know Bonanza, no Bones.
Yeah.
And then high school was Clive.
Yes,
That's
and now
not Clive.
we're closing the show. Thank you guys. Let's see how any closing
I have
remarks.
no closing remarks. Guys, please go to the comment section as always. Say who you want to see next. And then watch out for our social media posts where we're going to say who we're interviewing next. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to ask, what you want to know from these people. Matt, closing remarks?
Well done, guys. Well done on the podcast. No, I've been saying,
No, you've
but I
been
don't think
saying,
this
yeah.
guy
No,
passes
you've
on
been
on it.
saying.
Like you guys, like
No, I saw on Facebook.
yeah,
I
no,
saw,
like
I saw.
I'm genuinely like proud of what you guys are doing. I've been wanting to be on it and like keep this.
I don't trust people who want to appear on the
I'm
podcast.
gonna start crying now.
And on that, yeah.
Hey, no, now you're bringing in the Spartan version now.
Killing the game. We are killing.